באנו לך מתחת לשמיים שנעים כמו זוג עיניים. יש לנו זמן מתחת לשמיים, בינתיים אנו כאן, ולמרות ההר ולמרות
Sorry guys, sorry. Quick parting. Sorry. Quick parting, sorry. Quick parting, sorry. All good? Oh, okay. Okay. All good? Go. Sorry guys. Sorry, quick parting. Yeah, quick parting. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry guys. Sorry.
Your name's on.
Oh, sorry.
Gonna stay here at the beginning while they're walking down the aisle.
Just when she walking in well, I will stay here, and after she's standing here, I will move into the middle and try to.
Is it possible to have it not here while they're walking and then move it here afterwards?
I will try.
Okay, it's just like right on the right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be walking here, so I don't know where to go.
I understood, but.
About 1 minute, and then once I give you the cue, just hand any out. So I'll do it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
We need.
Just waiting on the signal from the.
Yeah, where is this?
Yeah, now. Just get it now.
בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי בואי כלה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the Khatan.
בואי כלה, בואי חתן. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי ושלום, בואי בואי. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי ושלום, בואי בואי. בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם ברינה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי ושלום, בואי בואי. סגולה, בואי בואי, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי בואי כלה. בואי בשלום, עטרת בעלה, גם ברינה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי ושלום, בואי בואי. בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם ברינה
Friends, we welcome the bride.
ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי ושלום, בואי בואי. תוך אמוני סגולה בואי כלה בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה גם ברינה ובצולה בתוך אמוני ים סגולה בואי ושלום בואי כלה
Just for one. Okay, now you can look at it. Now you can face each other. Thank you for that beautiful introduction as we welcome Brendon and Amy to their first home, to their chuppah. Give them once again a round of applause. So, Brendon and Amy, you finally made it. The chuppah is here. We're going to ask Hashem, we're going to ask God to not have any tears of joy for at least the next 35 minutes. Afterwards, He can bring all the tears of joy that He wants. We just welcomed the bride and the groom to their chuppah, to their very first home. And it gives me great pleasure, of course, to welcome all the friends that have come here today. And, of course, the most pleasure to welcome Amy and Brendon's family that have joined them under the chuppah, that have been privileged to witness this special union that's going to take place today. To you, Michael and Manette, to Gary and Shelley. And, of course, we are very privileged to have Bernard and Irene that have come all the way from South Africa. And on my left, the young ladies who are sitting over here, to Betty and Shirley. It's so wonderful that you could also be here to see this beautiful union take place. But we are told, besides for welcoming the family that's here, the siblings, and, as we said, all the friends that have come today and family members, we also know that at a chuppah, we spoke about this in our class, it says that generations of souls that are not with us come to be present at a chuppah. And even though the souls are enjoying the Garden of Eden, Gan Eden, it says that there's one reason that they don't mind leaving the Garden of Eden, and that is to come be present at a chuppah of their loved ones. So today I have a number of names that we'd like to think about under this chuppah today. For the Spilkin side, we think of Grandpa Eli, Zayda Bart, Granny Alti, Granny Joyce, Granny Lily, Grandpa Abi, Grandpa Vic, and Granny Essie. And for the Lang side, we think of Tibi, Robert, Sabia, and Debbie. They're all here with us in spirit, and I have no doubt have brought much blessing from on high to our soon-to-be husband and wife. But we do need to welcome the presence of Hashem. So we'll sing just a short few words which welcomes Hashem's presence to the chuppah today. Baruch haba mi adir al hakol mi baruch al hakol mi gadol al hakol mi dagul al hakol hu yevarech hu yevarech hu yevarech hu yevarech hu yevarech et hechatan ve'et Hakala. We said Hashem, who is above all, who's great above all. Today we ask Hashem to bless our bride and groom. So, Amy and Brendon, we are going to get things underway. We have quite a few things to get through, but we always like to start all joyous Jewish ceremonies with a blessing on wine. So, we're going to fill up the first cup. So I'm going to ask you, Amy and Brendon, and of course everyone else who wishes to do so, but in particular our bride and groom, when we make the blessing on the wine today, to answer Amen and also to answer Amen to the second bracha. Wine, of course, symbolizes something which I think is very connected to a relationship. Wine, as we know, usually matures and gets better with time. And so we make the first blessing, the very first step today, is a blessing that today, the way that you're looking at each other, you can't let it go of each other's hands. It's like, I feel like you're attached at the hands over there. May that only continue to mature and grow and the passion just be everlasting. And of course, wine symbolizes the word gefen, which is gesund. We bless our bride and groom today with health, with pay, with parnasah. They should have a good livelihood. And with nun, with nachat. They should get a lot of joy and bring a lot of joy to their respective families. And please God, one day get nachas from their own family that they will, please God, bring into this world. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu al harayot v'yasar lanu et harusot v'hiti lanu et hanusot lanidei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh amo Yisrael al yidei chuppah v'kiddushin. Can finish the bottle later, no problem. Now, we do have a new tradition that I have sort of incorporated in most chuppahs, and most of the couples are very glad to incorporate this chuppah, this tradition. So this cup of wine has been blessed now by the bride and the groom, and it contains a lot of blessing. And so we're going to appoint two people, one to drink this cup of wine and somebody to drink the next cup of wine. So the bride and groom were deliberating who's the best person to drink the wine, and the first person that came to their mind was Laurie. I'm not sure why they picked you, Laurie. Seems like everyone's in agreement. So they say that the blessing is at the bottom of the cup. So as soon as you get there... Now I know why they chose you. Well done, Laurie. Everybody find Laurie on the dance floor later. Brendon and Amy, if I can just say a few words to the two of you. It has been, honestly, I know you probably think I say this to every bride and groom, but I do mean it when I say to each of the brides and grooms that I stand with under their chuppah. And to the two of you, it's been a wonderful journey leading up to this day. Lots of WhatsApp messages back and forth, lots of discussion. It was lovely to meet your respective families, to have the call up, and really just to see how the two of you have journeyed along this process from the time that we met at our first get-together when your little doggy was jumping up and down on Zoom. Where's the dog today? We don't know. He's got FOMO. But honestly, I think the way the two of you look at each other, and I'm sure all those who know you would agree that you both have such respect, such admiration, and just the care that you have for one another. And when we were going through different things, I have to tell you, it was always about how can we accommodate the other one. It was always about thinking it's not just about me. Amy was thinking, well, what's in it for Brendon? How can we take care of Brendon? And Brendon was saying the same thing. We want to make sure that Amy is taken care of. So the two of you have such strong foundations. And I think it comes from your respective families who have nurtured you, who have given you love, shown you love, who are so proud of you. They also know how to make a good challah, I can say, because we had a good challah evening bake. And today under your chuppah, I'd just like to give you a blessing. You know, the chuppah is officially your first home. Now, Amy, you were first waiting for Brendon, and he joined you at the Badeken. And then you reversed roles. Brendon came to the home, and you then joined Brendon. So there's this give and take in the relationship. Each of you having your strengths, and each of you supporting the other one through their strengths. But today under your chuppah, the question is obvious. Why a home that looks like this? It is a beautiful chuppah, I might add. But if we wanted a home, surely we'd have a home that has bricks and windows and doors, and a home that if a wind came, it would survive the wind or the rain. But there's one very special lesson from that. Firstly, we'll say two. Firstly, the first couple, Abraham and Sarah, Abram and Sarah, they are the paradigm couple, if you like. Their home was out in the desert. There was people who would come by, starving, thirsty, traveling all day, and Avram and Sarah would open their home to be a place of kindness, a place to offer support to anyone who needed. So every couple that stands under the chuppah, we emulate, if you like, that very foundation, the foundation of chesed. And so my blessing firstly to you is that your home should always be a home based on those foundations. Amy, you came in circling beautifully. You got a little bit worn out, I'm sure, with all the circling. So dizzy over there. But you did so gracefully. But the first ring that you brought around was the ring of chesed. It's the first circle, represents kindness. And so today, your home is based on those principles. And you've both learned the principles of chesed from your respective families. But the second, probably the most important lesson, why your home is open today like this, why it's not with bricks and mortar, is because the lesson we want to tell the two of you is that every home, the strongest home, is not about what type of bricks you have in the home. It's about the people in the home. You, Brendon, and you, Amy, are the two strongest and most important ingredients of your home. And so today, your very first home, the start of your relationship as a husband and wife, begins with this particular demonstration of it's just the two of you. The focus is how the two of you are going to be there to hold each other's hands, to support each other, and to care for each other. But now you've been waiting to get married, so let's make that happen. We need a number of things to make that happen. We have our groom and our bride, yay. And we also need a ring. This is the part where the rabbi always gets nervous. Who has our ring today? Seriously. The Zayda, the grandfather. Binky's a very good actor over there. I'm happy my GP's here. I've checked my heart afterwards. We also need, although there are wonderful photographers and videographers that are capturing these moments, in Jewish tradition we do need two witnesses. So myself and Avi, the incredible wedding coordinator, are going to be the sole witnesses, the halachic witnesses to this kiddushin, to this marriage. So Avi, if you wouldn't mind joining me here, because we have some important work, important business to take care of. First, we have to ensure that this is worth what we call a shavei pruta, which is not a lot of money, Brendon. I can see that this is worth way more, so well done. Just need Avi to verify that. Nice. Very nice, thank you, Avi. And now I have to ask you a personal question, I'm sorry. Do you own this ring?
Yes, sir.
You paid for it, right?
Yes, sir.
I reminded you a number of times. Very good. So now this ring belongs to Brendon now, but it is a ring which used to belong in the Spilkin family, if I'm not mistaken, the Abro family. And it was passed down. It was your ring once upon a time, or your late granny's ring. How's that? But now Brendon knew he had to buy it. It wasn't like, wink, wink, I'll buy it. He had to pay cash. How much? No. Enough cash. So, Brendon, I'm going to give you this ring. Hold on to it for a moment. So Brendon's going to recite a very special line. Myself and Avi need to make sure that we see this happen. Otherwise, we'll have to ask you to do it again. You're going to say this particular phrase, which I'll help you with in a moment. But beautifully, in this phrase, there's 32 letters. 32 in Hebrew is the numerical value of the word lev, which means heart. So although the rabbis composed a spiritual line, they're also very romantic, because they understood as you give this ring to Amy and she accepts the ring, the two of you are dedicating each other's hearts to one another. So, Amy, are you right-handed or left-handed? Brendon, you right-handed or left-handed? Jeez, you've got so much in common, the two of you. Okay. Okay, so, Brendon.
הרי את מקודשת לטבעת זו כדת מוישה בישראל.
מקודשת. Mekudeshet, Mazel Tov, they are officially husband and wife. But you'll kiss her later, 1 second. You are now wife, there you go. I'm so glad to see you so excited. Wonderful. I wish my wife was here to see this. No. So, friends, we have officially married the two, Brendon and Amy, but we're not yet concluding with the ceremony. We have a few more things to take care of. Traditionally, at this point, we read the Ketubah, the age-old document that Brendon accepted upon himself earlier on, as I mentioned, outlining his responsibility, his commitment to you, Amy, and of course you reciprocating to him. Now, amazingly, this is written in the original Aramaic. Tradition has it that we haven't changed that for generations. And I think it's got a nice lesson as well, because sometimes, you can ask all the married people in the audience, you might not understand what Amy's saying. Just sometimes. It might sound like Aramaic. And you, Amy, he might sound like he's speaking Aramaic too. So I want you to remember this document. Whenever you feel, well, I don't really understand each other, we don't understand each other, remember that this is how you got married, with a document that was written in Aramaic. So I'll read through it very quickly, parts of it. And then, Brendon, you're going to give this to Amy, because this will belong to you, Amy, and I'm sure someone will look after it for you today. But always remember where it is, kept in your home or wherever you want to store it. Be'echad b'Shabbat Shiva Asayom, on the first day of the week, today, Sunday, the 17th day of the month, in the Hebrew month of Adar Hasheni, Shnat Chamesh Alafim V'Sheva Meos U'Shmonim V'Shtayim, in the year 5782, Lebrias Olam Lamina Shomani Khan Melbourne, how we are all gathered here in Melbourne. Eich Baruch Ben Sion Ben Mordechai Halevi, Amala Lechaya Bat Gershon, Hevili Intigras Moshe of Israel. Brendon asked Amy to marry him, and Amy agreed. Mazel tov. And they went on to commit to each other a number of responsibilities to one another. And it continues in the Ketubah, Val Yasai Basrael Yisbar Mikol Shar Arg Nichsin Yikinonin, to Isloit Choyz Kol Shemai, to Kenodas Mitkneg, Nichsin Zeson Achreis, Enes Achreis, Kulin Achrein Born Lifroim in Stark, Subsadan, Idin Dem Septada, Va Filuming Glimadal Kaspai. And Brendon, you've actually written in this, or you've agreed in this document, how important this document is to you, that you would even sell the shirt off your back to ensure that the commitments are kept. It's a nice shirt, by the way. Obemoisai min yom edinan olam achreistar v'chemishtar ksubsadan edin dem septadar kilolai rebaruch ben Zion Halevi chsandenan kechemish kol shter ksubet septan hagmin as Yisrael sen kediken chachmenu zal the loket hasmach the loket hose the stario knena ben rebaruch ben Zion ben Mordechai Halevi chsandenan lamarzchai bas Gershon kecholmad the cosmo first level man kashel miknai be kosh mekhaim te inil ben chaim shapsi be rei ben aid avigdor tzvi ben Yaakov Aryeh Jacob's aid. So Brendon, take that, hand it to your wife. How does that sound?
It's so cool.
Amy, you're awesome. Okay, so who do you want to look after it for now, Amy? To Mum? Thank you, Mum. How could she say no to that request? So, Amy and Brendon, before we continue to shower upon you 7 special blessings, I'm going to ask you both to just take a moment, take a deep breath. I know there's lots of excitement and it probably feels like a bit of a blur at the moment. Just take it all in, look around, be mindful of the situation, see who didn't show up, but really just enjoy this special time. Somebody asked me, why do we have white wine at a wedding? Is there anything Kabbalistic about it? And the answer is no. You've just seen why we have white wine, because can you imagine there was red wine spilling near Amy's dress? It didn't go on you, don't worry. But that's why we have white wine, a very Kabbalistic reason. So, friends, the bride and the groom have only been able to select a number of people to share blessings. They would have loved all of you to come up here to recite a bracha. And so I'm going to ask you, have in mind, as we go through the Sheva Brachot, through these 7 blessings, have in mind a blessing that you would like to personally give to Brendon and to Amy. And today, throughout the day, at the function, come over to them and give them the blessing. And I think with this, combined positive blessings, no doubt they will all be fulfilled up on high. So we're going to call up a number of people. But before we do so, we have a very special blessing that is going to come all the way from South Africa. Unfortunately, Gerald and Brenda Spilkin couldn't travel to Australia. But we've asked Gerald to say a blessing for us. He's going to make a blessing on wine in South Africa. And then we'll continue with the official Sheva Brachot. Amen. That's so beautiful. Thank you, Gary. And I'm glad that he could join us. But now we're going to invite 7 special friends and family members. We're going to ask Bernard Abro to please join us under the chuppah for the first bracha. Here you go, Bernard. Okay, hold on. Oh, Avi filled it up too much. Hold on, let me take this out.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen. Thank you. No, don't drink.
I'll leave it for Laurie.
We're going to ask Rob Swilkin to please join us under the chuppah for the second bracha. Thank you, Rob. You want the mic or the paper?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'achol bara lichvado.
Amen. This runs in the family, I see.
You didn't even know.
So we're now going to ask the father of the bride, Gary, to please join us to recite the third bracha.
Okay. Both. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzei ha'adam.
Amen. Thank you. I feel like an octopus here with so many hands. Amy and Brendon, we've been talking about in these blessings how we are so grateful that Hashem has created us, and that God has led us to this particular opportunity and moment, and of course for creating man and woman to give them the opportunity to be husband and wife. So we've been acknowledging that in the first few brachot. We're going to ask Graham Lewis to please join us for the fourth bracha. Thank you, Graham.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et ha'adam b'tzalmo b'tzelem damut tavnito v'yitkol lo memenu binyan adai ad Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam.
Amen. And now to our other very special person, we're going to ask Michael, the father of the groom, to please join us for the fifth bracha. Thank you, Michael.
Sostav v'tegel ha'akara b'kibbutz bana lechota basimcha Baruch atah Adonai mezachech Tzion b'avnela.
Amen. And our number 6 bracha, we're going to ask David Huppert to please join us under the chuppah. Thank you, David.
Sameach, Tsamach, Re'im, Aruvim, Tsameach, Yitzircha, Began, Eden, Mekedim, Baruch, Ata Adonai, Mesameach, Atan, V'Kala.
Amen.
Nine, 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 nine.
Diddy-die-die-die, 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 diddy-die-die-die. You know, I stand under many chuppahs, fortunately, and I often mention at this point, we do reference Gan Eden, the Garden of Eden, and we reference it because Adam and Eve were the very first couple, and it says that they only had eyes for each other, and so we talk about that. Now, of course, in their case, no one else existed in the world, but today I truly feel like you are Adam and Eve. You guys are just like no one else exists, so you should always be like that. Not that people shouldn't exist, but you should always have such a profound love and affection for one another. So the seventh bracha, the one which is usually sung, we're going to ask Rob Oxley. Rob, no pressure. And sing along with Rob if you know the words.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher bara sason v'simcha chatzan v'chala Asher bara sason v'simcha chatzan v'chala Gila rina ditza v'chedva Ahava v'yachava v'shalom v'reishus Meheira Adonai Eloheinu Yishma barei Yehuda v'yinechusa Yerushalayim Kol sason v'kol simcha Kol chatan v'kol kahala Kol ma'asos chatanim Mechupatam imarim b'mishteh negid chasam Baruch atah Adonai mesameach chatan im hakahala.
Well done, Rob. Fantastic. Okay, so Laurie taught us how to do it, but now we turn to the other side of the family. We're going to ask Adam to please find the blessing at the bottom. Oh, there you go. Your families definitely have a lot in common. That's fantastic. Amy and Brendon, we are coming to the conclusion of the chuppah, but yet it's not really a conclusion. It's a beginning. The ceremony may come to the end of its formalities, but this is really the start of your relationship together as a newly formed couple, as a husband and wife. But before we come to that end of the formalities, today and every chuppah that happens since the destruction of our temple, we always dedicate a small part of the chuppah to reflecting, to thinking about, although we are blessed with the state of Israel, it's not yet a full joy until we have a third temple in the Holy Land. But also I'd like to suggest that it's at this point where every couple, and I have no doubt that both of you understand that although it is a great day of joy, the smiles on your face are so palpable. But we always remember that no matter how great our sense and day of joy is, we always are cognizant and sensitive to those who are less fortunate. Today, the bride and the groom have a lot of power to bless. And so I'm going to ask everybody, when our incredible musicians sing and reflect on Yerushalayim, to close your eyes and to think about all those who do need a blessing. Of course, there's lots going on in the world today, lots of people suffering and struggling. There's people who need a blessing of health, people who may need a shidduch, people who may need to be blessed with children. Today, we're going to send the channels through to the two of you and up to heaven. Close your eyes, reflect, take this moment to appreciate all the good things we have gratitude. We thank Hashem for this particular special opportunity, but again, we do extend our thoughts to those who do need a blessing today.
אם ישכחך ירושלים, אותי ישכח את ירושלים על ראש שמחתי אם לא אעלה את ירושלים על ראש שמחתי.
Thank you. Amy and Brendon, as soon as you break the glass, Brendon, we're going to ask Amy and Brendon to make their way through this beautiful crowd who's no doubt going to want to embrace them, hug them, kiss them, wish them mazel tov. But fascinatingly, we tell the couple to go straight to the yichud room, to be together, to be alone. And may this always be a symbol in your relationship, that even at the greatest height of excitement, of distraction, and life is going to distract you, there's going to be lots of things pulling for your attention. Remember always this moment where you had that space of yichud, where it's just the two of you alone, and make sure through your relationship you always find those moments of yichud, where it's the two of you, you can talk, you can breathe, you can relax, you can share. But to get to that point, Brendon, it's all up to you, mate. I have looked in varying Talmudic texts. I've Googled it. I've taken Talmudic encyclopedia, and I've looked everywhere to see whether it is a bad omen if you don't break it on the first go. And I want to just reassure you, it doesn't exist anywhere. But your friends and family will make fun of you the rest of your life. No. But take it easy, it's going to be fine. You're going to break that glass. We're going to ask everybody to shout Amen. And remember, this final breaking of the glass, just like it will be irreversible to put this back together again. May this union, may this marriage, may this blessing that we've all been witnessing today be irreversible. And of course, as we shout Amen to a broken glass, remember that life, things happen. Not everything goes to plan, although today seemed pretty perfect. If things don't always go perfectly well, remember just to say Mazel Tov. Friends, please give a big Mazel Tov for our couple once Brendon breaks us on the first go. Mazel Tov!
Mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, elanu. Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, elanu, 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 lechol Israel. Israel, elanu, elanu, ulechol Israel, elanu, elanu, ulechol Israel, David melech Israel, chai vekayam, David melech Israel, chai vekayam, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, elanu. Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, elanu. Elanu, elanu, ubechol Israel, elanu, elanu.
Avi.
Mike, get Abby too.
Laura, are you doing signing first?
Yeah, we're signing.
Yeah, that was a good one. I actually stepped in on that like 20.
And in about 6.5 7 minutes, we're going to knock on the door.
Rings on and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Food and drink. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to knock on the door in about 7 minutes, then we're going to do a signing of the civil documents.
Yeah.
Okay?
You put first name signing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so can I go out there?
Right, you got like 6-7 minutes to relax.
Alright. Can I take this one off too or leave this one on?
Yeah, you can take it off.
Okay, okay.
Done.
And put it.
Guys?
Just put it back in here.
Are they? Can they say something through the live stream? Are they going to say something through the live stream? Is it still working?
What are we saying?
I don't know, just
Say something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, thank you all for being here. We're so happy.
thank you so much for making just this day just perfect,
Perfect
for us. Thank you so much. We're married.
Now we're going to give them a moment to know
Yes.
to relax.
So you're going to knock on the door? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the singing signature later.
Yeah, in about 7 to 10 minutes.
7 to
7
10
minutes, yeah.
Would you mind maybe looking for me because I'm going to in 6 minutes. Yeah, I would like everyone to say hello through the live stream. Like their family probably want to say something. So maybe just looking for if you have time, looking for me, and I don't want missing the signature part. Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a good.
Ah, sorry. Thanks.
Thanks, DJ. Do you want to say something through the live stream?
Just want to say we miss you guys so much. We just wish you were here and love you all and just wish you were here with us. And Amy and Brendon, love them and love you all.
Say something through the live stream? Yeah, do you want to say something?
Mazel tov to Brendon and Amy. Congratulations on your wedding. She's going to make sure that it's all going to happen. Positive again, guys.
Oh yeah, the laptop here. Yeah, it's still working. Thank you. Sorry, mate. Do you want to say something through the live stream? I do remember you guys. Yep.
We do. Just tell us if we're ready.
Just 1 second.
Yep.
They're still on.
Yeah.
Can you see them? You can't see them, David.
Oh, they can see you. You can see your face through.
Hi guys. Can you talk first?
I just wanted to say we missed you terribly. It's been a lovely day. Went off fantastically as you saw. But we missed you guys terribly, and but I can't wait. It's 2 weeks and I'll be back there, giving you a hard time and drinking your whiskey. We love you so much, everybody, and
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. I hope that you had good coverage and you saw everything. They were so happy. Such a beautiful chuppah. The only thing missing was all you guys. But I hope that you had a good viewing, and we'll miss you tonight, but they're so happy, and that's all that we can ask for. And look after yourself.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Ready?
Let's just get the signatories.
No.
Okay, so we're going to give the bride in the room.
Laurie. Laurie.
Amy, do you want to go first?
Put this on. Do you want to put this on, Amy?
It's going to happen a million times. Yeah? Ah, okay, sorry, 2 seconds. Brendon.
Yes. Very important.
So other way. Are you on group? Someone just lifts the veil.
All the way from South Africa.
Brendon.
All the way from South Africa.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Ready? Happy out there? Yeah, my nails are too long.
Success.
Okay, so we'll get everyone to do their signing and then we'll move to the next person. Amy will go first.
Okay.
So you're going to sign.
Where? Yeah. Just sign, not my name.
Just sign for now. There's your.
It feels weird, but it feels like comfy.
Number 2. You're up the scene. Number 3.
Yeah. It's official. We're going back now.
I haven't signed yet.
Better sign.
Okay, Brendon, you're up.
Forward. Up you go.
Keep a card sign in the bum. Make sure he does it. It's on his front signature. Check the signature. Make sure he does it. Doesn't important signature.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It's very lashy.
Okay, Betty, you're going to be the first witness.
Do you want to keep your mail on?
So you're going to give like your full legal name there. Betty and your sir.
So you have to write down. First you've got to write your name and then you're going to do a signature. So hold on. Writing is going to be there. Writing there. Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be nice, isn't it? I'll ask you to repeat that again. Again, the full name again.
Live stream.
We didn't realize.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Graham. Oh, I hope to see you guys.
Now, this is your signature. That's all for that.
Just a signature.
Just signature.
Just a signature.
Yeah, thank you.
Pleasure. Now, Ori, please.
No, that's one. No, they're broken. All hanging and stuff.
Okay, and now just signature here.
It's done.
It's that one.
Awesome. Goodbye. Ready to go to
This is
the
yours.
Yes.
No, we party now. Oh, now we horror. And now we
So
photo.
what I'll do is tomorrow, I'm going to message you guys and you submit all the documentation and send you your receipt of the in about 6 weeks they'll send it to
Fantastic. Thank you.
Highland Avenue address. Yeah,
Should still be there.
Mazel tov!
Well, there's a lot of things left in place. I'm going to put my shoes on after the photos.
That's fine. It's just the sentimental things. I just want to show. Someone's got the ring.
Are we coming back, Amy? Are we coming back in this room for the reception? Because I need to put my shoes on. I need my speech and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll bring all this.
I'm going to go out, Ace. Where's the little room?
It's in the box. Is it all good for finish the live stream right now? Because we're going.
And they're finishing the live stream. Say bye.
Goodbye. Thank you. Bye.
Great.
Can we